Hello and welcome to the Mario TV Sports Preview. You will love it. It's presented by John Brennan, the weather presenter. Welcome to the preview.
Yes! No!
Hi, good evening all. Just in, some sports news. Raheem Sterling has not achieved anything and should stay at Liverpool. So says former Reds winger John Barnes. Sterling, 20, has rejected a $100,000 a week contract and is expected to tell manager Brendan Rodgers that he wants to leave Anfield in the summer. Manchester City have been linked with the England winger, but Barnes says he would not become a regular for them. Raheem has great potential, but Liverpool gave him the opportunity and he should stay, according to Barnes. The Football Association, Red Dyke, is targeting an increase in the number of homegrown English players required to be in the Premier League club squad from 8 to 12. He also wants visa requirements to be tightened to lessen the number of foreign players at the English top flight. I think that's a really good idea. Barnes added, does anyone believe that if he goes to Manchester City, that he will be on the first name on the team sheet? Or are they signing him on top of team sheet of English players? Barnes, who made 407 appearances for Liverpool and scored 108 goals for the club between 1987 and 1997, he was 10 years with Liverpool, said there were other examples of English players whose careers had not progressed at City. We have seen it with players in the past like Scott Sinclair, he added. Midfielder Sinclair, 26, joined City in 2012 from Swansea, but his first team opportunities were limited and he was sent out on loan to West Brom in 2013 and then Aston Villa in January this year. Sterling, whose current contract is worth $35,000 a week, said in a BBC interview in April that he talks about winning trophies rather than money. Where did we hear that before? His current deal ends in 2017, and his latest month has confirmed, and last month he confirmed that he had turned down an offer of a new contract. Rodgers, Sterling, and Liverpool Chief Executive Ian Ayre are scheduled to hold a meeting this coming Friday. We all know about Rory McIlroy, but a year ago this week, Rory appeared a shattered man in the wake of a split from his then girlfriend, Caroline Wozniacki. At the eve of the tournament news conference, McIlroy seemed distraught. He had ended one of sport's highest profile romances just as the wedding invitations were being sent out. He was also about to compete on Wentworth's West Course, a layout he struggles to enjoy. But now he had ended the relationship with the former tennis world number one, has made the simple vow to immerse himself in his golf. And he set the tone right away by surging to an unlikely victory in the BMW PGA Championships, a title he defended this week. It was a landmark win for many reasons, but primarily because it told the Northern Irishman that he could triumph on any course that doesn't fit his eye. And it also signaled the start of a blistering run of success. It was one of 7 tournaments. McIlroy won of the 24 had played in the past 2 years. 2 were majors, the Open and the US PGA, and 2 were World Golf Championships. His most recent victory came on Sunday at Quail Hollow, where he blew the field to win by 7 strokes in a record 21 under. This at a course that will stage the 2017 USA PGA. In a devastating 12-month spell, McIlroy has also been runner-up 4 times, and this year alone has 5 top 10s from 7 starts on the PGA Tour. Quail Hollow was his 3rd win in 2015 and his 2nd in the past 3 tournaments. He also won the Dubai Desert Classic in February. Victory meant he became the first non-American to triumph 11 times on the PGA Tour before turning 30, passing the great Gary Player, who won 10, multiple champions, major champions Steve Ballesteros and Ernie Els had won only 7 times before the 30th birthday. I don't think my game has ever been in better shape, said Rory. In the past year, McIlroy has only missed 2 cuts. He was tied 76 in the Irish Open and struggled to share 95th in the Honda Classic. But even allowing for the inflationary effect of those lowly returns, his average finishing position in that period is 30th. These are astonishing statistics, and though he could finish only 4th behind Jordan Spieth at the Masters, there is no doubting that McIlroy's position as a commanding number 1. The rankings bear that out, with a gap between the 26-year-old nearest rival, Spieth, greater than the margin separating the 20-year-old Texan from Hideki Matsuyama in 14th. McIlroy says Spieth's Masters success and Rickie Fowler's recent victory in the Players' Championship are motivating factors. It does push me, the champion said in the wake of his latest triumph. I think you see guys that you knew well, guys that are your peers and they're winning big golf tournaments. That's what you want to win. It spurs you on to go and maybe practice a little bit harder or just try to play a little bit better. Canadian, now back on to motor racing. Canadian driver James Hinchcliffe was taken to hospital for surgery after his car smashed into a wall and briefly set on fire in the 4th dramatic crash in under a week at the Indianapolis 500. IndyCar said that Schmidt-Peterson's motorsport driver was alert after the crash, but had a thigh injury. The incident has reported to be the result of a mechanical failure, with Hinchcliffe going straight into the wall. I think if you YouTube that, you'll actually see the accident happen. I looked at it myself earlier, and it's really horrific how he walked away from the life. The 28-year-old in a stable condition in intensive care. Rule changes have been introduced amid concerns over the car designs. In an effort to reduce speed and increase downforce, the cars, which can travel up to 230 miles an hour, must now run race level aerodynamics and engine boost settings during qualifying. Hinchcliffe had just completed a lap at 221 miles an hour when the accident occurred. Okay, just a quick weather update. Today here in Dublin we had, well, what you could call minor tornadoes with rain, heavy rain, wind, some lightning and thunder, and at times some, hailstones as big as golf balls. But tomorrow, the weather is supposed to change and get much brighter over the next couple of days. Maybe at least summer will be starting at last. Well, that's it. That's the end of the Mario TV Sports Preview. See you next week. Good night. God bless. See you soon.